I mean, I'm gonna fucking have to edit it anyway.
Yeah, you're gonna have to bring his level down, bro.
It's-
Wait, just tell me. I'm messing with it
it's
right
bad.
now.
All right,
You're
guys,
so
we're
loud.
recording. Let's go ahead and introduce
Yeah.
ourselves and get this show on the fucking road. We got
After
a lot to
Horrors,
talk about.
episode number 8, I think.
It is.
Yeah.
Chief here, my boy Fish,
Hey, New Fish, Big Pond. What's up, everybody?
Daron.
They're on.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Dog Bob.
What's up? It's BobDog.
I thought it was Dog Bob. Hey, by the way, thanks for letting everyone know I'm a power bottom, BobDog. Shout out Terrified of AI. Really appreciate the inclusion to the library.
Yeah. Wow, what a fucking
that's
list.
dope.
Totally
Damn.
unexpected, but
We are all on it.
that's very appreciated.
That's
Hell
really
yeah.
cool, man.
Great company to be in.
Yeah, no, terrified of AI, man. Just to have him utter your name is a real
I'm gonna
compliment. Going to. Come on, man. How many times do you already have? Jeez. Puddle over here.
There's like 4 layers of skin I ripped off that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Dude, it's almost raw. Almost.
It's almost.
I think there's either 7
There's
or
blood in the
9
water.
layers of
There's
dermis.
blood in the streets. Whatever Jim Morrison said.
Yeah, I think there's 7 or 9 layers of dermis. But if you do run raw, don't worry. You're a Cuma stockholder, so you can just go to the shareholders meeting and be like, "Hey guys, I need to sample the product." Okay.
What can we help you with? Look at it. And you just pull your cock out.
Well, I got this podcast, and we've been joking about lab-grown dicks. So, how about some foreskin?
It looks like you left your forearm on the fucking stove top.
You're gonna get the head put back on. Get the hood put on.
We'd like to take this moment to say if you do have any children in the room, that may not be the best idea. Or maybe a great idea. I don't know how you want to raise your kids. I mean, hey.
Well, so speaking of kids, some dumb fuck on After Hour calls me wife and kids guy. That's some sort of insult. And
keep going, BobDog.
no, so today I got my first tattoos as well because that same dumb fuck makes fun of Chiefs tattoos. So I got my wife and kids tattooed on me today.
I love it, dude.
Yeah, man, they look great. And then I just got done.
Kids or the tattoos.
Both. Well,
exactly.
I just got done fucking my wife's feet. Got a little fetish there. So we're having a good old time.
Sucking on toe jam, cleaning out your teeth.
Oh, I love a little dirtiness.
Now, Bob, are we talking high heels or are we just talking bare feet?
Just the bare bones.
Okay. All right, cool. And do you start with the big toe, or do you start with the pinky toe, or you got a preference?
Do you go for the in between, or
you got to go the in between?
Hang on.
All right. Sort of play it like a piano, right? I get it.
My wife's over here right now, just fucking appalled.
What are the art?
What the hell are they talking about my feet for?
Bro, what do the arches look like?
I was recording a podcast with you guys one time, and my wife walked in the room, and she just looked at me and fucking turned around immediately. She was like, "I'm not listening to this bullshit."
Fuck.
BobDog.
Oh man.
Are the arches like McDonald's?
Yes, that's the way to go.
Okay, so you could stick it in between.
Yeah.
Put the feet together, and
it's
then
perfect.
you just start mashing it.
See, Chief knows. Chief's done it.
All right.
Chief,
yeah. Hey, if you could think of it, I've done it. Oh man! Speaking of which, it's funny. Someone had the audacity, not going to mention names, to comment. Shout out Sir Jack, by the way.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sir Jack. You are fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah, that was super cool that he shouted us out. I literally recorded that. Like that was the first take I did, and I just did it for shits and giggles because he wanted someone to do it with an AI voiceover, and I was like, "Fuck that, I'll just do it."
You love poetry,
and exactly, I'm fucking man. But
keep it real.
But anyway,
you're a bull of all kinds. I love it.
There's someone that commented on it and said, "This is why I call it the incel app." And it's funny because
that person's probably a fucking incel.
it's funny because they got real triggered when I called them an incel. And now it's gonna oh man. It's
Does the same
there's
person by any chance comment about wife and kids?
there's a real high probability. So here's the thing, people.
Some reverse
There-
psychology going on there.
There's something called projection and deflection. That's a very psychological sign. I'm sorry.
No, you're correct. Yes.
No, I got something in my throat. It's the only thing I'm sorry about.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit my fucking vape too. I got some Northern Lights going tonight. This is fucking dope.
Ooh.
Yeah, the wife got a delivery. She's got this beautiful bakery that she orders from, man. So they fucking bake THC shit, and so I got a beautiful red velvet cupcake. We split that. Then we split a fucking cookie. Now I've got a new Northern Lights cart. It's gonna be a good episode, guys. Stay tuned. Listen.
Fuck yeah. All right, let's get it started because I got to go to work in half an hour and I just stepped on my dog's tail. Fuck.
Really?
What do you want to talk about? Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk.
I almost fell over.
So I
Shortest
think
podcast ever.
one of the ones we should talk about is CLBR. Little
Do it.
pew.
Pew pew.
I don't know
So,
shit about it.
so if somebody doesn't know what this is, CLBR is a SPAC. It's currently like a real estate
You
holding
want to explain
company.
what a SPAC is, just in case?
I don't fucking know. Can somebody
All
else
I
do
don't
that?
know what it is.
Yeah.
Some sort of elite group of people, right? It's kind of like a SPAC is like a Illuminati, just like a little club that puts a lot of money together for a stock. That's a SPAC.
All right, a SPAC is a special purpose acquisition company. It's a publicly traded shell company formed solely for the purpose of acquiring a private company. It's an alternative to a traditional IPO, allowing a private company to become publicly traded without the complex and lengthy IPO process.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Did you just black out?
It has no
Also-
commercial operations at the time of its IPO. Investors bet on the track record of the SPAC sponsors. The target's companies usually acquire within 18 to 24 months. If no acquisition is made, the SPAC returns the money to investors.
Also read this. If there's no IPO, what that means is that nobody's locked in to a specific price, right? Like when you buy into an IPO, you're supposed to be locked into to that IPO for 60 days. Whether the price goes up or down, you're not supposed to be able to sell, or else you're not going to be able to buy any more IPOs. At least that's the way Robinhood does it. So if it's a SPAC, that IPO rule does not apply.
Boom. So this thing has a floor of like 1050. So there's like some reduced risk to it. But they're getting ready to merge with Grab a Gun, which is already a very profitable company, Second Amendment, and has Donald Trump Jr. on the board. And he's getting ready to meet with a bunch of hedge funds over the next couple weeks.
Well,
And
hey, BobDog, real quick,
yeah,
if I can just touch on,
yeah, man.
on Grab-A-Gun. So one of the things that makes Grab-A-Gun so successful is that what they do is they integrate AI into their platform. Because while I'm not a firearms owner, of course, I'm going to do a little bit of research on what I'm getting into.
I got guns, bitch.
I was doing some shopping
you
this
know better
morning.
than I do that when you're ordering a gun, you don't walk into the store and go, "Hi, I'd like one gun, please." No, that's not the way it works when you're going
That's
to
exactly what I do.
$3,000.
That's exactly how you do it.
Yeah, you walk in and you say, "Hi, yes, I'd like one gun, please. This caliber."
No. I'm talking about $3,000 sporting rifles.
I'm from the sticks, bro.
Quote unquote sporting
Yeah.
rifles. Okay.
I literally
So
can just do
Where
that.
I'm
Yeah.
from, we want home intruders. Like you're looking for it.
Well, all right,
I know
all
where
right,
you're
Mr.
from.
Stand your ground.
I know
That's
where
right.
you're from, BobDog. I was born in that state. A lot of family there, dude.
Oh, nice.
But my point is, guys, that so configuring a gun can be extremely specific, right? For someone that knows exactly what they want. So Grab a Gun is using AI to help configure these firearms to the exact specifications of the customer and it's reducing time spent configuring it for the customer, reducing time spent that the app has to work producing these specs for the customer. It's making everything a lot more streamlined, and they're seeing their profits increase because of it.
Man, Newfish got Second Amendment, Donald Trump Jr.,
Guns.
AI, guns. Holy shit!
It doesn't get any better.
That just checks off every damn box.
And I think
And
the
guys,
smart thing they're doing.
I'm a registered Democrat, but I vote independent. Like,
Dude.
and I still believe in this shit. I believe in
Hell yeah.
responsible legal firearms ownership.
And their ticker is going to literally be Pew, PEW.
Yes.
Like, it's fucking genius.
I mean, Caliber's Caliber, but okay.
So
yeah, I think the Pew stock idea is gonna work out. You know.
So yeah, I picked
for
up
the average.
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I made a.
Oh, just for the average investor, you know, they could be like, "Oh shit, Pew, guns, America."
Yeah, exactly. So, although, if you look historically, more guns are purchased under a Democrat president than they are under a Republican president.
Because they are fearing the guns going to be taken away.
Yes, 100%.
And that's what's funny about people being gay and retarded.
Yeah.
What's funny about that?
I mean, everything. When you're not gay and retarded, you find it very funny. You find people's actions to be very, very funny.
Hey, boys, I just want to take a second to be a little gay here. I love all of you. I love you guys so much.
Oh, man. Well. He's loving.
Come on, say it back to me. Say it back to me.
I already did.
We love you, Newfish.
We love Newfish.
Love it.
There you go.
Love you guys.
It's a big gay love puddle.
Fuck yeah.
I also want to make a comment.
That was gay.
Yeah.
Big gay love puddle? Like, what that? I haven't heard that one before.
Well, you just did.
I know.
I'm about to make a big
desk, dude.
I would also like to mention that I haven't dated a girl that isn't gay in over 5 years. FYI.
Chief, I love about your sexcapades.
I love gay people so much, specifically the women.
Specifically,
they're so much nicer than straight women. I'm not gonna lie. And you spend a little time with Chief. You realize you have an itch that didn't get scratched, right? But all right, let's continue.
Chief, when I make it up there, man. So I know it's supposed to be this weekend. I had some plans with my wife that I forgot about, so I got to push it back. But when I make it up there, dude, you and I are gonna we're gonna share some fucking stories, my friend. God damn it.
Hey, it's we might have to record an episode.
Nah, these cannot be recorded. No. The shit you and I talk about on the phone, I don't care about that. That's all public knowledge if you dig deep enough, man. There's some shit that is not public knowledge, my friend.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to fucking CLBR, man. So, dude, like, I think this is just fucking moving. It's crazy. It went up like what 10.8% or something like that on Friday.
Well, you're welcome because I sold it.
Oh well, thank you.
You sold it? Bro. Oh my god!
I had 1,000 shares.
What the fuck, Chief?
I had to buy more Metaplanet.
Oh, he did actually. Okay. He has like 12,000 shares of Metaplanet.
That's forgivable. That's like the one thing you could do.
Fucking month.
I've been keeping track. I'm like, oh shit, he's getting more.
Dude, when this shit, Chief, god damn it, Chief, when this shit hits, so when S&P 500 rebalances on June 20th, Pew is, so by then CLBR and Grab a Gun will already be merged. Pew is going into the fucking S&P.
Wait, is that confirmed?
By then I'm going to have 20,000 shares.
I won't say it's confirmed.
If that's confirmed, we all know what happens when a stock goes into the S&P 500.
Institutions are forced to buy that stock.
Did it qualify revenue-wise? It
probably could. It's in 100 millions.
So
per trailing 12 months.
I won't say
Yeah.
I'm 100%. I didn't read it in a fucking
I'm not
in an
100%. I didn't
article.
read it.
What I did see it on
Well, we're
is
not going to
After
spread
Hour.
FUD.
What I
We're not going
did
to
see
spread FUD.
what I did see it
No.
on is After Hour from someone who I trust immensely.
That's good enough for me.
The person that I saw it on After Hour,
Shout them out.
never seen them post anything incorrect.
Shout them out.
Dude,
I don't know. It's a little soon for the S&P, but like, I mean, if it does, great. It doesn't even need it though. It's like, I think if you looked at like the valuation of just Grab a Gun plus the real estate company, it's like in the 20s already, and so it's like it's undervalued. And this thing, and if you saw what happened with Newsmax and some of these others, that like Newsmax shot up to 200, and that's a piece of shit. Nobody's investing that crap. But this is a legit company. That's printing money. I mean, who's to say it doesn't shoot up like that, or at least the 30s, 40s?
Here's
Right.
just the touch on the S&P 500 thing. Achieve sufficient market capitalization, so they have to reach or exceed 20.5 billion market cap. I don't know what the size of their
No, it's
market
not
caps.
there.
Yeah.
After Hour owns 1% of the company right now, so I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah, even post merger, I mean, it's probably gonna take years. Like fucking MicroStrategy is not even in the S&P 500 yet. You know what I mean? I don't think this little company is gonna do that. So I
mean, here's the thing. This is why I say never when the Trumps get involved, because you don't know what's going to happen at this investor meeting that's coming up. There's
Part
supposed
of
to
the
be
Nobody
deal.
knows.
what's
nobody
that?
knows.
Like seriously, like there's
Yeah, they're gonna figure out a way to take more money from the divided followers. Yeah, I got you.
yeah. You know, that's why I'm getting into it. That's why I've got a $15 call in my account, and I bought a $17.50 call in my dad's account, and I plan on exercising both calls.
I'm probably gonna buy $1,015 calls out to like January 27, just because I don't want to. I have severe FOMO when the AfterWhores are in agreement on something and I don't participate because
Oh,
So,
dude, I didn't get in on
usually it makes
Zuma
money.
in time.
so I
Yeah,
I
want.
didn't get on
statistically.
MTTLF in time. I got to get in with you guys on some shit.
That's what I'm saying. We just got
Gotta be
to
quicker than that.
big gay love puddle, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of some big gay love puddle, man. You guys know I love to shout out credit when credit is due. Can I do that real quick?
Yeah. What am I, your fucking
Yeah.
dad? Do you need my permission?
Yeah, I do. It's your show, Chief.
No, it's our show. Go ahead.
It
It's
is. I
ours.
love you, Chief. Hey
Goofy.
guys, so y'all know that I trade SPY in the Kingdom during the day with royalty trades and trying to make it, man. And there's a lot of like really great members in there that I've gotten to know that are like great traders and great charters as well. And this dude, Forward Inevitable, who is known on After Hour as Degen Millie. I had him chart Bitcoin for me like a fucking week ago, and he was telling me there's a nice cup and handle on it, and he's got a projected price movement, a local price movement of 128 coming up relatively soon. And I was like, all right, cool,
Hell
man.
yeah.
That sounds fucking good to me. I love it. Well,
Yeah, I heard the same thing.
so here's why I'm shouting out for or Degen Millie on After Hour. So this dude said 128, right? He's a member in the kingdom, right? It's a regular guy, just like all of us.
Regular guy.
And Josh Mandel, who's like the fucking former options trader that everyone follows on Twitter, who's like the MicroStrategy bull and the Bitcoin bull.
He's
And
out of MicroStrategy now, but yeah.
is he okay? All right, but yeah, Bitcoin bull. But dude, like this dude is a fortune teller, and I watched him like tell the future for so long.
For context, back in fucking November or October, I forget when, he predicted the price of Bitcoin in March, like March 14th. He predicted it would be 84,000. 6 months, 5 months, however long before it closed, and he was within like $30.
Isn't
Exactly.
isn't
Dude,
he the one
that
saying
shit
it's gonna
was
be like
wild.
400,000? next.
444,000. Yeah, he
That's
says
like the next target.
he's saying we'll see 444,000 this cycle, which he doesn't predict to end until the end of 2026, I think.
Yep.
I'm gonna
And
come.
then I'm gonna come. And then he said, we're gonna see 84,000 again. So I don't know.
So guys, check this out.
I'm
Jen
for it.
Millie on After Hour, right? Forward Inevitable in the Kingdom. This motherfucker said 128 for the local next leg up. Fucking Josh Mandel said 124. I'm
Not too
like,
far off.
right. I'm like, forward
Josh
to
isn't
Jen
bullish
Millie.
enough.
I'm like,
Go to Jem Millie. Shout out.
that's what I'm saying. So, dude, like I'm saying, if dude's charting matches up pretty much right there with Josh, dude deserves a shout out. That's what I was saying, man.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
I'll take it. I
tell us.
just moved 20% of my port into IBIT, so the Bitcoin proxy. So because it follows the M2 money supply, and yeah, it if it keeps following that, it's about to freaking rocket. So I believe the 120s 100%.
Wait,
So,
did you
Yeah,
get in
that's the
MSTR,
word on the
BobDog?
street.
Bob
I
Dog,
did. I'm in
Let's
MSTR now.
go.
I did it.
All
my
right.
man.
My God. Speaking of gay love puddle, that just came.
Yeah,
It,
dude, my man. I love it. Hey, Bob Dog, can you maybe help me out on understanding something here with the M2 money supply? Because I'm kind of like happy and sad at the same time, man. So, fuck, guys. I watched The Big Short last night, and god
oh
damn it.
no.
Yeah, oh no. God damn it. Now I understand a lot more than I did at the time. And it's a real fucked up situation. It looks like that shit could happen again, or it could happen in a different way. And
Yep.
so I see Bitcoin going up, right? And like, cool, we expect that. No problem. But my concern is that if it goes above where it's supposed to go, is that a sign that the M2 money supply is moving into Bitcoin, which could signal, which would possibly be signaling economic crisis? Is that correct
That
or incorrect?
that scared me a little bit, man.
You're saying if they're pumping too much money in the economy, they're doing it because the markets or the
They're doing
yeah.
it to try to hide it, to try to hide inflation, which will only create more inflation in the long term, which would be
Which is
bad
why
for
we
the
can't cut
economy.
rates. Which is why we can't cut rates, which is what people don't understand. Like fucking
Right.
idiots like Donald Trump and
But
all the fucking followers that parrot the bullshit that Powell needs to cut rates. That's gonna cause the fucking shit to go boom faster. Do
right,
some research.
but if Powell does end up succumbing and cutting by like a quarter point and shit, you know what I mean?
I
Coming.
Like
mean, inflation just hit
suck,
2.1%.
yeah, exactly.
Like we could do a little quarter cut. I think like we're at 2.1%. I
Look
mean,
at the
obviously the
implications.
I get Powell's got like the toughest job there is because I mean the tariff bullshit. Like he doesn't know what's happening. Nobody fucking knows what's
Well,
happening.
that's why
So
Nobody
he's not
knows.
cutting. He's literally said that's why he's not cutting.
It's literally does Donnie wake up with with his dick hanging on the left side or the right side?
yeah, did he get head from Melania or not? Like it's just
Exactly? Did he
They
fart?
sleep in
You
separate
know what I
rooms,
mean?
bro.
Is he
These are the
gassy?
questions.
They
It's
sleep in
funny,
separate
like
rooms. That's
living in DC. Like I get a lot of like insider info. It's just like very funny.
Well, like I guess you got to think of a way to like hedge yourself now if you are really thinking that there's going to be some
I can think of a lot of
catastrophic
ways to edge
issue.
myself.
I mean, what's a pretty safe way to hedge yourself in this instance? Maybe some UVXY if the market's
yeah,
booming.
yeah. I would do like VXX potentially,
Yeah,
like just a
VXX.
small position.
Yeah,
Um,
and
God damn, that's a good hit. Fuck.
Mute your mic, brother.
Yeah, bro. Hey, they say the more you talk,
everyone's
the more you
doing
get
it.
out.
You could just push a button and then you just you're muted. You know.
I pushed a button, right? But that's why I was coughing.
I haven't used it once. You
Uh,
Oh,
fools.
Darren, you're a fuking tool. You need to fucking get high a little more.
You
I
son of
love
a
you.
bitch. I'm in.
Twist his cock.
But yeah, the M2 money supply. How is that? That's a quarter, right? Like 3 or 4 months.
No, so it's made up of. I was looking it up earlier. It's made up of like savings accounts, checking accounts, stocks, anything that can be like, and money market funds and CDs. Anything that can be immediately liquidated, I think, is what it was.
And it front runs the Bitcoin price by like 80 days or 82 days.
82
And
days.
it's right, and it just exploded up in the last like 2 months.
Right.
Yeah,
So
you shared that heat map on After Hour earlier
yeah,
with was it CoinGlass, and
Yeah.
it shows the liquidation,
yeah,
and it's up there in the 120s, right?
that was 110s. That was just 1 week
110,
out
110,
though.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely something to pay attention to because that shit's constantly getting updated. They're like, oh no, it's now going down. But I hope that maybe I have some positive energy with Bitcoin, like not going under 100,000 ever again. Like, yeah, it'd be so cool if this is the new bottom.
Well, it
Like,
is.
would that be healthy?
This is the new bottom. What we just did this weekend. Uh, there were two things. One, that dude James Wynn had like that $30 million bet or $300 million bet or something on
I thought it was
Bitcoin.
100 million bet.
100 million, whatever. Yeah.
Casual.
Um, I'm not good with numbers that big. You know what I mean?
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet, exactly. But so that Bitcoin had to close below 106 for him to lose, right? So of course they were going to make sure he lost, right? But the good thing is that they kept trying to crash it. I was watching the charts. They kept trying to crash it, and 103, like the high 103s to like 103.6 or whatever, what seemed to be like the absolute bottom, and 102 to 104 was the last good consolidation zone. So what this means is that we dipped just into the top of the last consolidation zone, and then we bounced back up off of it. So
I
I
have
think
two
that's
thoughts.
really healthy.
I have two thoughts on that.
Oh
Okay.
God! All right, which one involves common, and then which is the other one?
Common ass.
Neither. They were both financial, but if you want me to go that route, I can.
I mean, I'm sure you can always do that.
Yeah. Anyway, so
I love it, bro.
so the first thought was, yes, agreed. People like Bitcoin's been ripping, right? It essentially took off from the 80s from its base where it really consolidated
Yeah,
and
when
flew up.
nobody wanted it.
Yeah, flew back up to all-time highs, right?
Yep, 111
Um,
when everybody wanted it.
yep.
Yep, yep.
See, and it's so it was due for a pullback, right? I mean, that's just literally healthy. You can
Oh,
only
dude,
it's
there were so many gaps that were left unfilled. It had to come back.
just people think about like driving your car and look at your RPM, right? Do you want to redline it the entire time? Is that good for the engine, or do you want to let it cool off?
Ooh,
Go
I,
back
I
down.
like it. I like the example. The answer is
Yeah,
no, you
dude,
don't.
I didn't even use I didn't even use my dick.
I'm going
You
to use that
didn't.
when looking at RSI. That's a perfect example for using RSI.
Um, Now the second thought that I had on that was, doesn't that kind of, and let me be clear, the more I understand, that was fucking weird feedback. The more I understand and learn about Bitcoin, um, the more bullish I get on it.
Yeah,
Right.
the more you need, the more you know you don't have enough.
Right.
No matter how much you have,
Yes.
you don't
Really
Right.
have enough.
crazy how that works. That's why I got a whole Bitcoin now. I'm
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
That's
I'm
dope.
like I want to do it because fuck, if this shit's $1 million in 10 years, like you're
Bob,
Yeah.
on.
It's
Bob
so
Dog, it will be.
Yeah,
It will be.
yeah,
Just look at what it was 10 years ago.
yeah.
That's all you
It
have to do.
Oh my god.
this here. So here's my issue, right? Bitcoin decentralized. Uh, Essentially, if you believe in it, it's the hardest asset in the world. Literally, like it's the hardest asset in the world.
100%. It's the only thing on the. It's not the only thing that we know of in the world that is finite.
So here's so
Yep.
here
Yeah, my question is, when do people like? What if everybody's just buying it and not selling it? Like, there's
Then it
always
goes higher.
sellers for.
Then it goes
I,
higher.
I
But
get
Goes
it,
higher
but
because there's
there,
because
let
there's no
me ask
supply.
my
There's
fucking
only
question.
demand.
Goddamn,
okay.
I gotta go to work soon. If that's the case, then how the fuck is it able to be manipulated by the market? Right? That's where people are gonna step in and get scared of it. Because we literally just said, like, we talked about it in the group chat, right? I was like, they're trying to liquidate James Wynn for his $100 million position, and lo and behold, they did.
Yeah.
Well,
Probably
you,
with
you see the
probably with
article?
synthetics.
Wasn't the article like BlackRock was selling? Like you got the
They
big
sold like
institutions in there
45.
now.
They sold like 4,500 Bitcoin, I think.
They probably sold at 111,000.
Yeah.
It's just all right. So, and I'm playing devil's advocate here, right?
Mm.
So there's people that say, all right, well, all these institutions are buying, MSTR is buying, blah 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 blah. Why isn't that driving the price up?
I don't know.
Synthetic
Nobody
Bitcoin.
knows. But the
I
thing is,
I can,
uh,
I can tell
oh,
you what
sorry.
I think.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's rhetorical. He's got it.
It's
Yes.
no, I mean the thought is, they buy in such large supply, right? That they typically do it off market to not cause shock and volatility. I mean, it's
Yes.
volatile enough, right?
Dark
Yes.
pool.
Right. So they'll agree to orders off market so that they don't fucking, like, they'll agree before they buy, and the market they buy on will set aside, or they'll have the supply there to fill the orders, and then it doesn't hit the market all at once and cause that crazy volatility.
Yeah, I think that's the case. I mean, it sounds logical to me.
Well, that's the same as dark pool with stocks. So
Exactly.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it makes plenty of sense to me.
But
I, I want to keep buying like stocks that are related to Bitcoin instead of Bitcoin itself. I feel like it's a better long-term plan,
I think you got
because
the opposite.
I can't buy many Bitcoin, but I can invest in companies that are benefiting from Bitcoin.
So you
So
think the
here's
companies are
what
going
I
to 10
say.
times, and you could just buy a partial Bitcoin?
Here's what I
I
say.
do have some Bitcoin, but I didn't go like crazy. But I bought like 0.2 Bitcoin whenever it was at like 40,000. So
That's awesome.
Owner.
right, I mean,
I'm sitting here with 0.0439.
yeah. So if you're assuming it's going to be like millions, per Bitcoin somehow in like 20 years or some shit, then I think I'm pretty happy with 7.2.
So here's
What's
my
the
thought. Here's my thought on investing in the Bitcoin proxies versus investing in Bitcoin right now. Right now, I think that I can make a larger percentage return by investing in Bitcoin proxies. Right. So
Mhm.
let me do that right now. Let me grow my money faster, harder, make my money work harder that way. Right. I'll grow my money faster. And then when the cycle's over and we enter the next Bitcoin winter, I'll take all of those profits and I'll go buy Bitcoin when it's cheaper, or well, it won't be cheaper than it is now, but I'll have more money to buy it when it's at a cheaper price and it will start off at the following cycle.
That's essentially the thought process that I'm using. But now my next question to you would be, because these are the questions I ask myself when I'm thinking, right? Well,
Right.
if the Bitcoin, if it's gonna follow the same 4-year cycle after the halving or whatever, which I don't think it is, how does that change now that there's all this institutional adoption, governmental ownership? Like, do you actually think that it's going to? I think it's more stabilized now than it's ever been before because there's so many big players in it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, at a certain point, it would not be good for those institutions if it dropped below a certain point. But I mean, yeah, you could bet if it starts hitting the 60, 70, 80s again, somebody like Strategy is going to just buy up the shit out of it, get even
Somehow.
more.
So
Yeah.
BlackRock. You know,
Well, he said he
BlackRock
would,
would come in and buy, a few $billion
Yeah.
worth.
Sailor's gonna keep buying no matter what the price is, and he's shown that's what drives me insane. Is like he literally told everyone, "Hey, no matter what the price is, I'm gonna fucking buy as much Bitcoin as I can all the time." And everyone's like, "Oh my god, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Exactly what I fucking told you I was gonna do, you dumbass."
Yeah.
Yeah. Taking out loans, all that fun shit, and
Yep.
just
He's not.
buying
The
it up.
loans that he
What?
takes
He's not
out,
taking out loans. He's not
the, lo-
taking out loans.
the loans he takes out are paid back at such a small rate, and he gets so long before he has to start paying them back. And the shares, everyone says that the shares dilute the company, but they're wrong. They're wrong. It doesn't really dilute the company because when he dilutes the shares, he's getting money to buy more Bitcoin. So your shares aren't being diluted because the Bitcoin per share either stays the same or hopefully increases.
There's such a minimalist understanding of what's happening, and then it's just the bullshit gets parroted, and it's like it's the same with Bitcoin. The more I understand, like look at the equity vehicles that he's creating, Strike, Strife, whatever. He's literally creating something for every investor. Like, oh, you want 10% guaranteed return? That's a lot more than a fucking bond, right? Here you go.
Yeah.
Buy this. Oh, you want 8% guaranteed return with convertible share ownership? Here, buy this. Like, it's fucking driving me, and I'm done trying to explain it. I think to people because it's like, if you don't want to fucking do the research and like try to understand it, then what the fuck good is me?
It's such a journey though. Like, but I would love to just go back to that boardroom with Sailor proposing this shit in like 2020 to his board and CEO. Be like, look, guys, we have this company that just fucking loses money. Our share price is like $4 a share. We suck. Like like, but I have
What
this
can we
They
do?
call
idea.
it
We're gonna go
the
buy this
dot-com
fucking
bubble.
digital gold, and we're gonna outperform everybody for the next several years.
Dude,
Like, how did he even sell this?
I
Like, it's
can I can
crazy.
guarantee you I know how. Fly on the wall, right?
He flipped his
He got
dick out on the
he
table.
no, quite close. He printed
100.
off a Bitcoin and he fucking put his cock right through the B and he said, "This is it," and he was just thrusting his hips. They're like, "Yeah, do it."
I mean, you guys,
Very
Billions.
close.
MicroStrategy is not really a good investment if you look at it historically, right? I'm just looking at the 1 year right now, and it's only gone up 131.84%.
Oh man, yeah, it's
Yeah,
So
outperformed the Mag
shitty.
Seven. I
yeah.
mean,
So
ugh.
shitty.
I mean, so it's really
It's
not
only the
that
best
good of a,
performing stock over the last fucking however many months, right? That's
yeah.
insane.
I mean, it's at 370.25 right now, and it's only gone up $210.59 or 55 cents this year.
But
I
fish, I
don't.
bought at 550.
What's that?
But I bought at 550. It's tanking.
Oh, well, you know what happened is
Perception.
you FOMO'd,
Yeah,
and you bought at
Exactly.
the exact top, and you didn't have any conviction at all.
I
right.
hope you're listening, whoever did that, because
Because
I
you
certainly
deserve
did.
you deserve it if you bought at 550. I'm sorry. That's
You
just
do.
fucking
I started
retarded.
buying my MSTY around like $35. So
Yes,
Yeah, but what's your cost average?
but what
You
did
have
you do?
well,
conviction.
now
You
it's
DCA'd.
26. But
Exactly.
That's still out
yeah,
of the mind, nerd.
You did
it's
the smart thing, Darren. You averaged down.
Because you had
oh yeah,
conviction. You
I
believed
had
in the play.
conviction.
But you've made money
Yes.
with the dividends though too. So
Yeah,
Well,
dude, it's
that's a
it's
little
crazy.
That's the
so
beautiful thing about MSTY. You can be down on your shares, but still be up overall because of the divs.
you got to think about your
It's
effective
fucking
cost
beautiful.
basis. Yeah, like think about it's not going to do it in your brokerage, obviously, but you could set up a spreadsheet. And this isn't for you, Darren. Obviously, you know this. This is for people
Right.
listening
No
who might have
spreadsheets for
missed.
me.
I know you don't know how to use Excel, but
X
I know how to
what?
use it.
I
no,
know how to open it.
the guy Ragnar on After Hour, who's also a pretty solid user by the
Shout out
way.
Ragnar.
Yes,
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
just
Ragnar's
shared the
absolutely a
spreadsheet
solid
where
user.
if you bought Misty a year ago, the shares went from like 36 to 21, but you would have doubled your investment. Like 100K would have been 200K today.
it would.
Yeah,
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 dude.
I
because
mean, it's
yeah,
yeah.
because,
The
because
12
the
month is 136% yield. So
exactly. So when I put my dad into this, he was like, "But I don't understand." And I was like, "I'm not going to explain it to you for the fifth time in a row. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you the link from Nasdaq and from YieldMax, and I just want you to look at that. And from there, You go and do your own fucking research and then call me back and tell me why it's a bad idea for me to invest in this for you. Next
Yep.
fucking day, this guy calls me back. He was like, so I don't think it's a bad idea. He's like, I just don't understand something. And I was like, okay, what is it? He was like, how is it that you can get 120% return over the course of a year in dividends alone? That doesn't make sense to me. I said, why the fuck does it have to make sense to you as long as you're getting 120%?
Yeah,
And you know what
That's the thing.
that's
his
where I'm
answer
at.
was? His answer was, let's fucking go. Why didn't you
Exactly.
get me into this earlier?
You know,
Obviously, I'm paraphrasing, but he's
I
like, what?
have,
What's that?
I have a quote that it sounds like your father would love.
Yeah, what's up?
If it don't make sense, it can still make dollars. Go on.
Yes,
Yeah, use that next time, new fish.
I will. If it don't make sense, it can still make dollars. I like it. I was trying to explain something to him the other day about something. I forget what it was. And I was like, look, I really don't fully understand it. That doesn't matter. What does matter is I know I can make money on it, and that's our only goal here. And
Yep.
he was like, okay, good call. Yeah, all right.
That's what you need a a fundamental understanding of what you're putting your money in, but that's what separates a lot of people and what they're comfortable investing in. Like I understand MSTR, Bitcoin, etc. so much more now than I did when I first started investing in it. But I put my money in it, and then I really started like diving into I'm not saying anyone should do this. This is just how I work as brain. And then I start digging into it, right? And then like my conviction only grows stronger. And I'm like, fuck, this is the greatest idea I've ever had.
Right. All right. So, hey, touching on that, right? Uh, uh, when I started really getting serious about wanting to learn trading, I read a book called The Psychology of Money. I think everyone should read it if they haven't. It's a fantastic book. It's supposed to be about the stock market and why we invest the way we do. It is about the stock market and why we invest the way we do. But there's a large correlation uh, between the market and real life in this. And what I learned is that every person invests differently due to their upbringing, right, and due to different events that have happened to them in life. I'm a high risk, high reward investor, right? And
Hell
everyone,
yeah.
a lot of people saw that I did a post recently that I just reached 888 days of no alcohol, right?
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
Got out, fish.
so
Proud of you,
yeah,
brother.
thank you,
Well,
bro. I
we're all
appreciate
proud of
it.
you, man. That's a really good achievement.
Yeah, it's
Thank you.
about as gay as having a wife and kids.
Yeah, it is about as gay as having a wife and kids, which I do
Wife
have
and
a
Very
kids
wife and
guy.
kids.
equal.
So,
Yeah,
so,
fucking nerd.
so combined with that, it's real gay. But what I want to say is, so like in my younger years, I lived a pretty wild life, and give you guys a little bit of info here. My house was shot up in a drive-by shooting once. So high risk, high reward shit. You know what I mean? I'm into it, man. But that's also the reason
That's
why
why
I
I fuck
invest.
strangers without a condom.
What's that? Yeah, fuck strangers without a condom, man. High
Yeah,
risk, high reward.
exactly.
Yep.
But yeah, so that everyone invests differently for a reason. I like the thrill. I like the reward.
Yep, that's it. That's it. It's all about your risk tolerance. That should be what drives, and it does psychologically if people actually sit and think about it. Like, why do I invest in this, or why do I feel uneasy if I invest in this, or why am I second guessing this investment? It's all based on your personal risk tolerance. What can you handle? Can you handle the volatility, the uncertainty? Can you handle the unknown? Like, that's
Can you
all.
handle up and 20, 30, 40, 50% swings in your report in a single day? It's
Right.
tough.
Dude, I can handle it as long as it's shares and I can average down. That's and it goes back up. Like if it just keeps going down, I start to lose some confidence. I'm just like, it's still going down.
It's there, and
Still going down.
You could handle it if you have the conviction in the position, right? Like
Well,
that's
I understand that, but if there's a time limit, like say you're in an option and it's still going down, you have to, either cut it loose or lose it all.
no, I get that. I'm
Those are
just saying
situations that you run into.
I'm in
you can
that one
handle it
too.
because you have conviction in it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Just like I made you all money on Friday when I when
oh,
I
when
when
I
I
lost thousands of dollars because the broker fucking fucked me the second Friday in a row.
for MicroStrategy.
That's because you
Yeah.
use Boomer E-Trade.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ,
Chief,
dude.
you gotta start
I
taking
used
Fridays off.
I used Robinhood, right? So all right, real quick, I gotta go to work. I apologize, boys
Yeah,
and
yeah.
listeners.
Let's not get Chief fired.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, it'd
I'm gonna
probably be
call
the
his
best
work.
thing that ever happened to me.
All right, let's call
Hang on. I ain't that worried about it.
it.
So what I did,
job.
day trading Friday, right? Darren hits the group chat at like 1:30 in the afternoon, says, "Yo, MSTR calls," and he says, "But I'm done with options." So I called him a pussy. So I called him a pussy, and I bought $750 worth of 0 DTE calls like 3 hours before close, right? 2 hours before close, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here watching the chart, and I'm like, holy fuck! Like this is they're literally smart money is supporting the bottom, right? There's sell-offs, but the AD line's not dropping at all. It's staying flat, which means there's accumulation occurring, right? In silence, stealth accumulation. I'm like, they're gonna fucking pump this into the market close. Look at the fucking 5-minute chart and the last two candles, people, from Friday. That's all I'm gonna say.
I did that with my eyes.
Robinhood closed all my positions, which I forgot they do outside of funds.
At 3:30.
Yeah, at
Yep.
3:30 they
Watch
fucking
the
closed.
spike of volume every day.
Yep.
They do it.
Oh God.
They closed all my positions, and I'm like, fuck that. That's bullshit because I'm right. So I bought fucking 5 more contracts on E-Trade because I'm like, I know E-Trade won't do this to me because they fucked me last week and sold all my Tesla.
Oh my God,
And
dude.
bought me a $250,000 short position. Like, yeah, I own this company for fucking 8 years because I wanted to short it $250,000 fucking later in the whatever.
Jesus Christ.
So
Jesus.
so I bought more contracts, right? And I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm like, yeah, there it is, fucking god dildo, big green god cock, Godzilla dick on the
Beautiful.
chart, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking I'm gonna come. So I go to sell the position, and it's like, you don't have enough in your account. You don't have enough you don't own enough of this to sell it. And I'm like, the fuck do you mean? And then I looked at the order history. I bought it at 341. They sold it at 348. Dude, I was so mad.
Fuck.
What the fuck?
I called E-Trade, and I was like, explain this shit to me, motherfucker, because I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
How the fuck do you let me into a 7-minute
You gotta
trade,
change
you
your brokerage,
cocksucker?
man. They're fucking you bad.
You need a different brokerage, bro.
Well, BobDog had a different experience. BobDog.
What are you talking? What was my
You
experience? Oh,
you got
MSTR.
yeah, dude. You got a contract. Whenever I called the bottom.
No. I pushed out. I hit a stop loss, but
Oh
because
goddamn.
some
Small
people do
PP.
that
Small
around
PPs.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will
Oh,
say
look,
Darren
Go
was
ahead.
right. I could have held it and profited, but I pushed out, and I was pissed about that. But Darren was right. You called the bottom, and it oscillated a little bit. I pushed out, and then it shot up, and I was looking at it like fuck.
I must have sent like 40 fucking pictures of diamond hands to the group chat.
You did. You did.
God damn.
Dude.
Dude,
Man, so
they
unfortunate.
got you again.
Fuck. Right in the ass. One of these days, I will not get gaped, and I will do the gaping. But until
What I
then,
was told on what I
I
was told
flirt
on
silently.
what I was told on Robinhood is that at the end of the day, if it's in the money, it holds on to the contracts past
Now,
the 30 minutes.
you have to have enough money to be able to actually buy all the
Exercise
shares.
it.
Yes, if you have enough money to do that, they won't auto close it. But if you don't, they'll auto close it.
That's the
Okay.
distinction. Okay.
That's why E-Trade opened a $250,000 short position on Tesla for me and sold all my shares
Right,
because I
right.
didn't have enough money.
They did that just for you.
And I was like, oh man, I hate my life. All right. I gotta wrap this up. I gotta get to work.
Practice wrapping it up, Chief. Good job.
Yeah, he doesn't usually wrap it up like this.
Yeah, not if
Yeah,
it's with a
let's
stranger.
keep going. Let's keep going.
No, dude, you got responsibilities.
Are you talking to us or the stranger?
Oh fuck! I thought I was muted. All right. Yeah. So until next time, everyone. Love you guys.
All right,
Love you guys.
Love you too.
It's been real.
Hell yeah.